นะมีอะไรมีอะไร
ค่ะตั้งใจนานแล้วค่ะว่าจะมากราบแต่เพื่อนกลับเบลเยียมช่วงนั้นก็เลยไม่ได้มาพอดีกลับมาอีกผ่านจากภูทับเบิกมาก็เลยมาแวะเจ้าพาน
เป็นเพื่อนเหรอเป็นเพื่อนหรือเป็นสามี
ค่ะ
สามีแต่ลูกเป็นคนไทยนะ
หลานเจ้าค่ะ
หลานเหรอ
ค่ะ
เนี่ยอย่าเล่น
นั่นเห็นไหม
เนี่ยหาไหม
เอาไปย่าเป็นคุณย่าค่ะ
Thank you for receiving us.
No. So where are you from?
I'm from Belgium.
Yeah, what town?
Antwerp.
What?
Antwerp.
Augsburg.
No, Antwerp.
Antwerp.
Oh, Antwerp.
Yes.
Oh, that is the coast, yeah.
The port.
Yeah, I know. Antwerp.
Yes.
What is the language there? Flemish or?
Flemish, yes.
Belgium has 3 languages. Flemish, Dutch and German. So, such a little country.
Yes.
It's just like Switzerland.
Yes, and actually now 30% Arab.
What?
Arab.
Arab.
Yes.
So you speak Arab?
Well, I work for them. For 30
Okay, so what are your questions?
I'm now retired. We are now. She is very into Buddhism.
Yeah.
And I try to get familiar with the principles as well. And I'm not meditating yet, but try to learn the principles too.
That's why I'm looking for the ones who speak English and then can exchange their idea or can ask for some.
I mean, he only can change his own ideas. I cannot change anybody. And I'm not interested to change anybody. It's only Christian monks who want to change other people. So what are your questions?
Yes.
General questions.
Not real general questions yet. It's just I read some about Buddhism and some of the moral principles to follow.
Yeah.
But I didn't step into meditation yet.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you have to get familiar with Buddhism before you can step into meditation. I mean, it is not very. You were born Christian, huh?
Yes.
So, I mean, in Christianity they have the 10 Commandments, huh? But in Buddhism you have the 5 precepts. Huh? And the 5 precepts are more comprehensive than the 10 Commandments. Huh? So the first precept is not to harm any living being. Yeah. So animal is also a living being. Yeah. Not to take what is not given. That's the same as in the 10 Commandments. Yeah? No sexual misconduct. Yeah? That used to be also, in the 10 Commandments. But sexual misconduct is also what used to be a teacher-student relationship, parent-child relationship. That's all sexual misconduct. Yeah? And even boss and secretary relationship. So that is all sexual misconduct. So it is going much, much further than, in Christianity. Then no lies, no harmful speech, yeah? And no alcohol, no drugs. And that, I mean, these are the 5 precepts, yeah? And these are protection for us to keep us from going down to hell. One has to be very clear about that, yeah? Why is it alcohol? Drugs, okay, this is very clear. but why is it alcohol? Yeah? I mean, you know, when you drink something, I mean, your mouth opens very fast, yeah, and you say things that you later regret. And sometimes when you get really drunk, you do things that you later regret. That's why we have this precept. Yeah? So when you keep these 5 precepts, you don't go down to hell. Yeah, I mean, hell and heaven, they exist, you know, also in Christianity. So that is not so much different. However, what is different is that hell is not eternal, and heaven is also not eternal. Yeah? It's just places that you go for a while, just like you go on holiday. That means, you know, you go to heaven for a while, and then you come back. Yeah? And it's the same with hell. You go there for a while, and then you come back. It can be a very long while, or it can be a very short while. Yeah? It depends on what you do and what kind of precepts you break. Yeah? And there, for each precept that you break, there are different kinds of hell. Yeah? I mean, Hieronymus Bosch, you know, depicted some parts of hell, and I mean, you see it in Thailand in some of the monasteries, their depiction of hell. Yeah, I mean, we can imagine what hell is like. Yeah, and depending, you know, what precept you break, that's where you go to this part of the hell or that part of the hell. But heaven is also, it's not only one heaven, yeah? I mean, there are 25 different realms of heaven, yeah? I mean, what we used to call the fairies, that is the first layer of heaven, yeah? They still exist, yeah? I mean, our grandfathers, you know, believed, our grandparents believed in the fairies, yeah? They went out in the forest, because they live in the forest, yeah? Now they went out to the forest to see the fairies, yeah? That is one part, you know, and then there's several levels, you know, of heaven, yeah? I mean, in some, you know, there's one God, in another realm there are 16 gods, and at the top of the heaven, you know, are the gods of creation and the gods of destruction, yeah? Who create the planets, but who don't create life, yeah? Because they, in themselves, you know, are staying there only for a certain amount of time, and then they come back, yeah, come back as a human being, or because of, you know, they destroyed, you know, human life, they go down to hell, yeah. I mean, even the gods can go down to hell, yeah. So I mean, it is all moving, yeah. So that's why it's called, you know, that's why I call it the hamster wheel, yeah. I mean, it's moving, we're running and running, you know, and depending, you know, sometimes we are in this realm, or sometimes we are in that realm, and then when we get out of the realm, you know, I mean, we go to another realm, yeah? And there's no end to it, like there is no inner wheel, there is no end to the wheel, yeah? But the Lord Buddha showed us the door that opens up the hamster wheel so that we can get out, yeah? And don't run anymore. So these 5 precepts, these are protection. So see them as protection, not see them as something harming us to do something. Yeah? They harm us to do something harmful. Yeah? So see them as protection. Yeah? And from now on, you know, whatever you did in the past, you cannot change anyway. So from now on, you try to keep them as best as possible. Yeah? This is our protection, not to go down. Yeah? The other important thing about Buddhism that you have to understand is karma. Yeah? Whatever, yeah, I mean in English or in Europe we have the saying, don't do unto others what you don't want others to do unto you. But they missed out, you know, on the second part of the sentence. For whatever happens to you right now is what you have done unto others. So whatever happened in your life is because of what you have done in previous lives. Yeah? It is not what you have done in this life. Yeah? This is something that even the Thais have to understand. Yeah? They don't understand it. They think they go to a temple, make bun, you know, and when they go out of the temple, they buy lottery tickets. Yeah? It doesn't work like this. Yeah? And they do have to understand this. Yeah? I mean, they have to ask a farmer if he plants, you know, rice today, you know, if he can eat it tonight. No, they have to wait 6 months, to be able to eat it. Yeah? And so with the karma that we sow today, normally we reap in about 60 years, sometimes it's longer, yeah, and sometimes it is shorter, yeah. But most of the time, we only reap it in the next life. That's why we think, when we are really Buddhists, how can somebody who constantly kills other people have a long life? Yeah? No, he will have a long life because of his karma of his previous life. But the next life, he will have a very short life, yeah, because he killed other beings, other humans, yeah. And beer, what is different also from Christianity, yeah? We can be born as an animal. That's why we should not kill animals. Yeah? We don't want to become animals. It's a terrible, it's not, of course it is not as bad as hell, yeah? But the animal realm, it is very difficult to get out of the animal realm, yeah? Think about, how animals treat other animals, yeah? Most of them, live on other animals. So they will go down the road and road and road until they come, to the smallest being that doesn't live on animals, and they slowly go up, until they come, to be a horse or be a cow, or be a dog, yeah, so that they come back to low. Yeah. Teach that, in Europe, and nobody believes that. Yeah? No, we can't become animals. Of course we can. Yeah? So karma is very important, yeah. So that's why we have to be extremely careful, yeah. Whatever we do right now, whatever we say, yeah, and sometimes even what we think, yeah, because it all comes back to us. Yeah? It's like a boomerang, yeah. You throw it, it comes back. Yeah? You might not see it, you throw it very far, yeah. But sooner or later it comes back, it cuts your head. So these are the very important things. And then, of course, the Four Noble Truths. The first Noble Truth of dukkha. Yeah? I mean, when you go to the West, they translate it as suffering. I mean, so few people are suffering. No, dukkha is dissatisfaction, and we are constantly dissatisfied. All the time, yeah? We do, we eat, yeah, because we are dissatisfied with the hunger, yeah? Huh? We drink because we are dissatisfied with the thirst, yeah? We go to bed because we are dissatisfied with sleepiness. Huh? So we are all, and this is only the dukkha of the body, yeah? But we are dissatisfied when we see this person, or we are dissatisfied when we see that person, or we are dissatisfied when our wishes don't fulfill, yeah? Yeah? So dukkha is always there, yeah. So that is the first noble truth in dukkha. Dissatisfaction, dis-ease, discomfort, yeah, unease, yeah, and of course suffering, yeah. Some people suffer. Yeah? What is the reason? The second noble truth is what is the reason for our suffering? Yeah? Because we constantly want something, or we don't want it. Yeah? So we desire something or we don't desire, yeah? And that's where the dukkha comes in. And that's when we start meditation, that's where we can see that there is a place where no dukkha exists. And that is when we are happy, and when we are completely satisfied. And we are only completely satisfied when we can stop our thoughts and when we can stop our memories, yeah? Because when we stop our thoughts, there is no fear, there is no loneliness, there's nothing, yeah? There's just this happiness or this peacefulness or this calmness, yeah? There's no future. So we don't extricate, something in the future. And there's no past. There's just this present moment, yeah? And that's where we can learn and see, when we come out of samadhi, we see, all our desire to want this, just to move or this or that, yeah, go here, go there, eat this or eat that, or go to sleep, drink this, drink that, yeah. It's always this desire that creates us to. The third noble truth is, there is an end of dukkha, and the fourth noble truth is the path that leads to the end of the dukkha. And the path that leads to the end of dukkha, is sila, is the 5 precepts, it's samadhi, it's a training of samadhi. That's where meditation comes in. But the most important thing is vipassana, investigation, developing wisdom. And that is, the last part is only taught correctly here in Thailand. The vipassana that is normally taught in the West is not really vipassana, it's not really investigation. Because for investigation you have to observe. You have to be able to observe, and then when we observe something, we have to ask the right question. And then wait for the answer, not make up the answer. The answer comes from the heart, not from our mind. And that is very difficult for us because we are constantly trained to think about this, think about that. So we have to stop thinking to be able to listen to what the heart says. We don't know the heart, do we? We know our thoughts, we know our ideas, we now know our memories, but we don't know the heart. The heart is the prime mover. When you think about, you came up in a car. The car doesn't go without a driver. So if there's no driver in this body, the body doesn't go anywhere. The body is just like the car, but the driver is the chitta or the heart. And the heart, the thoughts are not the heart, the memories are not the heart. The driver, like the driver in the car, he turns on the radio, so he listens to something. So when the chitta wants to think, and then it drives on the thinking, and it turns on thinking. Or when the chitta wants to memorize something, then it turns on memory. And nobody ever looks after the chitta. That is, just like nobody, just like Belgian people, they always look after their car, but they never look after their driver. Wash their car very often. It used to be, you are at this age, it's Saturday, everybody washed his car, And you as a young boy had to wash your father's car, on Saturday, Everybody looked after the car, it's shiny, poly, and then you take care of it, but you don't take care of the driver, The driver is as reckless, it's not the fault of the car, that the driver is reckless. So this is the important thing in Buddhism, that we have to look after the heart. Because before a thought is coming up, the chitta wants to think.
The car doesn't move without a driver.
What?
The car doesn't move without a driver.
No. And it's the same thing in samadhi. When you sit in samadhi and there are no thoughts and no memories coming up, the body does not move. There's no intention to move. That's where you see, that's where you clearly can see it. That the body, follows only the instruction of the heart. Very, very different concept, isn't it? In Christianity, the body is holy, there's no holiness. You open up the body and it's a complete mess. You don't want to see it, Think about all these doctors who open up the body the first time they open up the body. They either throw up, because what they see is, so completely to their dislike, or they fall unconscious. So what is so holy about the body? You don't bury you don't make a ceremony for burying your car, when it is gone. You put it on scrapyard, and leave it. When the car is not working, you get out of the car, and put it to the scrapyard, and then you look for another car. And that's the same with the chitta. When the body is gone, it doesn't wait around, It gets out of the body because the body doesn't move anymore. It's gone, it's kaput, And then it goes looks for another body. Just like we do with our car,
And do you have something about intuition?
Of course, yes. And intuition normally comes always from the heart, The heart understands something. If the heart understands something, that is the most important thing. Yeah? But we always try to understand it. I mean, we were brought up in school, to university level, We only want to think, analyze, and so on. Yeah. So we lost contact to our heart. Yeah. And meditation is the way to get back to our heart. Yeah. But don't be surprised, when you go to your heart, there's a lot of filth in the heart. All the things that you kept down, yeah? You don't want to see, you didn't want to remember that. Yeah? And the moment you go to the heart, it's like your attic in the house, yeah? You push all the things in there that you don't like anymore, yeah? And then, somebody comes clean up your attic, and then you open the door to the attic, and all these things, they are not gone anyway, yeah? So the things that we push down in our heart, yeah, are still there, yeah? So we have to let them actually open the heart and let them all go, yeah? Until the heart is completely empty, yeah? So what was your intuition? Do you have any intuition?
Well, there is things that you can explain, but there are things that you said, yeah, I had the intuition, I don't know where it comes from, but it turns out to be things to follow.
Yeah, sometimes it can be good, but be careful, yeah? Some of the intuition come also from, from our evil side, yeah? So you always have, in the beginning, you always have to check, yeah? As long as the intuition is within the 5 precepts, that's good, yeah? And then follow it, yeah? And see, yeah? For us, it is really trial and error, yeah? See, but we have to evaluate, yeah? Before we do something, yeah? We know what we are going to do, we know why we are going to do it, and once we have done it, we look at the results of our work. Who does that? Nobody. Huh?
Well, professionally, we're trained to do that a lot of time, but planning ahead, execution, and re-evaluation.
Yeah, but do you do it with your wife? No. You just say something, you just do something, yeah?
No, in that I'm careful what to say, yeah. Because always how it will be perceived by another person if you say something. So.
Okay. No, of course there's intuition, there's also foresight, yeah? We can see, we can see sometimes into the future, we can see the past, yeah? But this is not so important, Important is what is happening right now in this moment. Most of the time we are somewhere in the future planning this, planning that, and we're missing our life. We don't know what is going on, yeah? Just like when the kids, play on the phone, they don't know what is going on. Yeah? They're just playing, They kill the time, yeah? Waiting for death to come. As if you have nothing better to do.
And what you said, don't plan for the future. And what about that? Tomorrow,
yeah.
I plan to cook, to prepare food,
yeah.
to offer to the monk.
Yeah.
The thing is a good intention,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
But you just said we just live by present. We just live by at
yeah.
the present.
Yeah. But even in the present, we know that we want to do something. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course, there is some thought, if you want to cook something, yes. In the present moment you think, this would be nice food to offer to the monk, yes. Yeah? So, you have to get the ingredients, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That one is not, how can I, พูดไทยดีกว่า
Yeah, okay, พูดภาษาไทย
เพราะว่าตอนนี้เราก็ตั้งใจที่จะเตรียมอาหารใช่ไหมคะสำหรับที่จะไปถวายพรุ่งนี้ซึ่งอันนี้มันเป็นเจตนาที่ดีสำหรับเราและก็สำหรับพระสงฆ์ที่จะฉันใน
ก็เรื่องนี้ก็ไม่ทราบ
อันนี้มันไม่ขัดใช่ไหมคะกับการที่เราจะวางแผนบอกว่าเราต้องอยู่กับปัจจุบันขณะ
ใช่ ก็อยู่ในปัจจุบันก็มีความคิดผมอยากถวายอาหารให้พระอาจารย์พรุ่งนี้นะโอเคก็ดีนะ
อย่างผลไม้ที่เอามาวันนี้ก็ซื้อเมื่อวานบอกแล้วว่าตั้งใจจะมาถวายพระแต่เราไม่ได้บอกว่าจะไปวัดไหนคือจิตใจแบบนั้นค่ะเมื่อวาน
ไม่ก็พระสงฆ์ก็เป็นพระสงฆ์ไปวัดไหนก็ได้
ค่ะค่ะก็ตั้งใจแบบนั้นแต่ไม่เฉพาะเจาะจงว่าฉันจะไปถวายพระที่วันนั้นวันนี้ค่ะ
เพราะว่านี้ก็ไม่มีปัญหานั่นที่สำคัญมันจะเป็นเจตนาของเราเจตนาถวายพระแล้วบางทีก็นะมีปานจัดนะบางคนอยากถวายลุงตานะมันก็เจตนาถวายลุงตานะมันก็ไปถวายมันก็แบบนี้ก็ได้นะเพราะว่าพระสองก็ได้นะนั่นมันเจตนาที่สังกัมIt's the intention that creates the karma. And the intention sometimes is not obvious. Think about people, especially in the West who are in healthcare business, who want to help people, and they burn out. That means their intention for helping other people was not correct. They had another intention that was hidden. They thought, look at me, and I'm so good, I'm helping other people. But all what they wanted is not to help other people, they wanted to have the recognition of other people. And because they don't get it, then they burn out. If people really want to help, they have no problem, they don't burn out. So it is the intention is very often hidden, hidden beneath something that is good, But the intention is actually not good.
They want something in return.
They
want something in return.
Yeah, they want something in return, Just like in the West, we always want something in return, we give, for good cause, we want something in return, We want to know where our money went, The Thais just give. For them, that's the end of the matter. What the other person does with the money, it's his karma. But we are not like this. We want to know if it goes for the right cause. We don't want just to give, We want to check out, we want, this is the return. We want to see that it is, given to the right cause. But for a Thai person, with giving something, that's the end of the matter for them, because they did good karma. Whatever the other person does with this present or with this offering, it's his karma. So even when even if you give to bad monks, who use the money unwisely, it's still you have done good karma. Of course, it is better to give to good monks, but it is not a waste.
Yes, a lot of Western they don't understand about the donation and offer. That we offer food and we donation some money to the monk, they don't understand why.
Generosity. When you think about it, think about, the times, you have brothers and sisters and you had girlfriends or you had a wife. When you want to give a present, you think about giving a present to the person, you feel joy. You give the present to the person, you feel joy. And when you get something back, you feel joy. Why do we take that away from us? Why don't we want just give? And the Thais know that, giving itself, creates 3 times of joy. Thinking about giving creates joy. Giving creates joy. Getting something back creates joy. So that's the whole thing. It doesn't matter, when you look at where do you live? What part of the country do you live in? Muang Nai? Sakonakon. When you live in a little village, you know that the people take care of older people. Without any problem, without any asking question. When a mother leaves her child, the other families take care of the child. Do you see that in the West? No.
No, we don't. Well, sort of.
From there.
Well, we put our old people
his
to the old
family.
people's home, yeah?
From his family, yes.
In our family, we treated,
Yeah.
yes, we took people in, and also we adopted children.
Yes, but no, I mean, I'm talking about your country, you know, in
Yeah,
general.
yeah.
Yes.
By the general.
Yes, my father also always took in people, you know, and cared about other people. Yeah? So, I mean, he was very generous, yeah? But my mother was very stingy, yeah? She didn't like it very much, yeah? Yes, it does happen, yeah? But he was really generous. I mean, could really look up to
He
him.
also different from the other Western.
Yeah, of course,
Yes.
yeah, I mean, yeah. It depends on the karma, yeah? So why people want to give, you know, it's out of this reason, because it creates joy.
Because of karma, that's why he is sitting
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I mean, that's why he is here. You know, other people don't come to Thailand. Or if they come to Thailand, they just go to the sex bars, you know. Yeah, I mean, you see a lot, you know. I mean, when you go into the plane, you know, that goes... I mean, I was in the 80s, yeah? In the late 80s, you know, I was going on a plane to Thailand. I couldn't look at the people, you know. They were... I mean, it's the scum of the earth, you know, that came from Europe. But there are always these few exceptions, you know, that were interested in the culture in Thailand, you know, and so on, in the people, you know, or in Buddhism, yeah. But it's exception, yeah.
We know when we adopted children, etc., we were very suspicious.
Of course. Yeah. The other people look at you, you know, what is he doing, why, you know, and so on, yeah. Because they don't know this concept of generosity. Yeah? So that's why people give, you know, give to the monks, you know. It's good karma, you know, to give to a temple, yeah, to give to the Sangha. It is better karma, you know, I mean, it is better, it has more fruits, you know, to give to the Sangha than give to other people. Yeah? There's a value in it. Yeah? But if you give to a monk, then, you know, I mean, you have to look, yeah?
Yes.
If you give to the Sangha, then that means the whole community of monks, yeah? So it's the Sangha of the Lord Buddha. Yeah? So I mean, if you give to the Sangha of the Lord Buddha, it has higher merits, yeah? But if you give to a specific monk, you know, I mean, if you just want to give to this monk, yeah? I mean, if he's a bad monk, your merit is not as high as if it is Lumta Mahabor, where it is very high.
This is Dhammatalk.
He has never been in Punjab. ไม่เคยไปไหม
เคยไปค่ะเคยไปกับสารีริกธาท่านเมื่อท่าน
แต่ไม่ได้เจอเวลายังมีชีวิตอยู่
ไม่ค่ะ คือ
แสดงว่าวาสนาก็ไม่ถึงนะ
ยังไม่ได้กราบเป็นค่ะ
แต่รู้จักก็ไปปล่อยสักคนนครก็ไปปล่อย
แต่หลวงพ่อสุธรรมนี้ที่เป็น
หลว
เจ้าง
พ่อสุธรรม
ก็
ใช่แต่มันไม่เหมือนหลวงตา
ค่ะใช่ค่ะ
เดี๋ยวนี้หลวงพ่อไม่อยากไปวัดป่าบรรทัดเลย
ช่วงหลวงตาท่านยังไม่ละสังขารก็เข้าหาท่านยากค่ะ
ใช่
ชาวบ้านเราก็เข้ายากค่ะมีแต่แขกทางอื่นมา
ไป อย่ากวน
ไม่ต้องกลัวไปลูกไปเล่นนั่งเล่นโขดหินไป Some many things that I cannot translate or explain to him. I understand just for myself, but I try to explain to him. But it's difficult. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, he should ask the questions. You know, if he wants to know something. Yeah. Where in Sakonakon do you live?
สว่างแดนดินค่ะ
Sabang Dendin. That is not far away. 45 minutes. 1 hour.
More than that ค่ะ
It's 1 hour to Udon.
2 hours.
to Udon.
One hour to
no
Udon.
1.5 hours to Udon from สว่างแดนดิน and then from Udon to here
It's 40 minutes.
ค่ะ
Yeah, so if you have questions, I mean, you can also write it down and then come and ask them all. Yeah. So, do you have any questions? Because
Yeah, not directly, but it's first contacts.
Yeah.
That when I have questions, she told me, oh, we have to go.
Yes.
There you can speak.
Yes, I said we have to come here. We have to come here.
give him a life of inequality, I mean, it's a very good book, I mean, also, and it starts with very, very simple things, and it goes also into meditation. But the important thing is that you have the faith in the Buddha's teaching. You don't have to believe what he says, but you have to have faith that what he says is true.
Yes.
Because what he says is what you can experience for yourself. Yeah? That's the difference, I mean, Christianity teaches, you have to believe, you have to trust, but you can never experience it for yourself,
Your smile is very kind.
My
I see a
smile
lot
is...
of kindness from your smile. Yes. Right? Sorry if I say that.
When we get in Christianity, it's actually forced in a way, and that's why.
Nobody at the moment. It's only the older generation who still, goes to church. The younger generation, I mean, they have another God. It's called money and power. And that's actually, it's not the God, it's a Satan, the devil, man, Roman. Okay, so give him the book, so you can, you
sit and with it, take the book and sit in front of him and this way.
66.
Well, starting another career.
Next life you start as a monk.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you can come anytime when you have questions,